Welcome
Isn't that
back.
pretty?
Oh shit, Jake fucked me. Hi, welcome back. For you, it's been perhaps mere moments because I'm going to upload all of our remastered videos probably in the next day or two to the channel. Hooray!
And whoever did all of that work, good guy.
Yeah, he said it would be simple. He said it would be a simple thing. And here we
It
are.
was actually. The first episode and the second episode were done in about 3 hours, and then every episode after that took about 20 minutes apiece.
There you go.
I just got really busy.
Oh well, all right. So
I adopted a puppy and worked an entire extra work week in the span of a work week.
we'll do it. And somehow Alex is the one with bronchitis. Fucking wild.
He's been huffing other people's air every other weekend, so I can't imagine how he got bronchitis.
Fuck are you doing? Oh, concerts. All right. So
The 4Gs.
It's Heather's fault.
Does Heather have bronchitis?
Not yet.
but you will.
If I have anything to say about it.
It's more prevalent in men.
Is it really?
Me too.
Thanks,
Wow.
Doc.
that was great.
25% of men get diagnosed with chronic bronchitis at some point in their life.
Wow.
You hear that, Alex? You could be chronic.
The more you know.
Another
I
thing
used-
I'm chronic in.
When I
got
was a kid,
diagnosed with chronic bronchitis.
that's good. When I was a kid, I got bronchitis 3 or 4 times a year, every year, and then I got my first adjustment, and I have not had bronchitis since.
Okay,
Who's-
stop advertising. Stop
Work.
advertising.
He's got it. The man has. Listen, he owns a business now.
He owns a
has
business
to
now, so he's got to
always be plugging. Them's the rules, all right?
You gotta respect that.
Always on that grind. Always on that grind,
Absolutely.
right?
Anyway, if you want to,
And
if
Steve
you like
so
this,
graciously gave you a platform to do this on. That's raiseworthy.
if you,
I got you.
like this channel, please go leave a 5-star review on. So, picking
On
off
OnlyFans.
on my OnlyFans, please. So
Please.
don't. All right. So picking up where we left off, it's been a hot minute. As a quick summary, collectively, while you guys had kind of rejoined in the jungle or post your individual adventures in the jungle, you guys debriefed with each other, kind of let everyone know exactly what was happening. From your own individual perspectives, you eventually came together, found out that the Nazis were going to make a collective attempt to squash out the rest of the resistance, roughly in the next day or two. You also knew that the resistance is where one of Simuel's friends was currently located. Because I actually have to look up his fucking name again because everyone has completely blown my brain with it.
Barley malt.
Yeah, it's the first name I'm thrown on.
Theo.
Theo.
Thank you,
Theo.
Theo Barley Malt.
Barley malt.
Theo Farley Malt.
Dude, I rewatched that episode. JR I was like, listen. So, you were going to the Resistance to 1, meet up with Theo Barley Malt, make sure he is safe and secure, and 2, secondarily, try to see if you can prevent the Resistance from getting swamped out by Nazis. You did take some time to kind of ever so briefly assess some of the items that the forced encounters had left you behind. You took a moment to consider whether or not you should try to go to the casino this evening, depending on the events that were taking place. But the larger consensus was that will be determined after things happen, whatever happens at the Resistance side.
I don't think we're going to make the bake-off.
So I think the one you might actually miss is the slap fight.
Oh, I've already started my
no.
slapping.
No.
Bake Off.
Hold on. Carsa, leave the fight and go do that. It's fine.
We don't
Sorry,
need
no,
your
hey,
assistance
hey,
around
hey,
here.
Monster. We have
Hold on.
limits. We've got
Well,
dates.
actually, Monster, you want to be in the slap fight too?
So upon reuniting with Theo Barley Malt, Simuel's parasite went decidedly berserk and attempted to consume Theo.
I thought he was cool, man.
There were preparations made to attempt this, to prevent this from happening, and also to kind of subdue Simuel if push came to shove. Unfortunately, at this point, they have not succeeded. I will note that the casket is still nearby, but at this point, the parasite is just gone fully crazy. But that is where we're going to pick up. I'm actually going to have everyone roll initiative. I'll have you start up Tailspire real quick because we're just going to
Also,
get
quick reminder, I believe the parasite had Bane on it.
yes, as denoted by the little green base on the bottom. So I'm going to kick on the.
Sorry, I just crit.
I got. Wait, do I get to roll?
You
The
do
fight,
as well.
loser.
Yes.
Get the
Okay,
fuck out of here.
I got 17.
Okay. Let me write this down first because I will
You brought
forget.
the problems. You can.
All right. So Edward is
last.
almost certainly first.
I'm hoping to like start persuading it or something.
Initiative is there. It is.
Yep.
I
found
heard.
it.
And I was on this. I saw this on Reddit. I heard if you stick an ice cube up its ass, it'll stop.
Karsa is next in initiative, almost certainly.
Natural
Natural
that's for overdoses.
Natural 20
mind.
for a 22.
So there's two nat 20s.
Oh, dude, mine's a 23.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Edward is a nat 20 for a 23. Karsa is a nat 20 for a 22. That
Dude.
leaves us with
I'm going.
Simule.
Come on, get in that 20.
Simule pulled a 17,
Nah, 17.
and Alfred pulled a 17. Who amongst you wants to go first?
Yeah, there you go.
You're gonna
Simule,
put me
Alfred.
in the
Which one of
game.
you do you want to be? Who wants to be first?
Alfred, go first.
Okay.
Are we supposed to be in the jungle?
Or just go last.
I forgot.
He'll pull us in.
Yeah, I
after.
gotta do that in
Okay.
just a moment.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'll
Up.
be back in 1 second. Well, that works.
All right, and I need to pull up his stat block.
He's super weak, right?
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, he must have like my HP.
Yeah.
We're fine.
No. sorry. I distinctly remember at one point Steve being like, "Hey, it's a barbarian," and I'm like, "Oh no."
Great.
I mean, we'll be fine.
We're all having a good time.
We'll be fine. Steven, I still love that model. That is
It is pretty
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. A lot of blood and
Did he
sweat.
get the Victoria's Secret cover or no?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's a maple leaf.
All right.
Canadian and proud.
A. He's A class, baby.
And then I need someone to just roll a d20 for me for the camp itself.
What?
Who's doing it?
Two of the fuckers at crit give it another go. How's that sound?
I guess I'll do it.
Go for it. I don't remember how many tiles.
Nope, I should not have. I rolled a 2. So.
All right. Chicks on my side.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm not going to do much going first either. So
It
there's
is
that.
fair and reasonable. Okay. All right. That leaves us with
Just so you know, Karsa has the casket on his back.
correct. That's what I was saying. The casket is. I don't remember if it was on his back. I thought he had dropped
It was on
for
his
the
back. I was listening to
Okay.
this episode in the gym
Yes.
25 minutes ago. It's on his back.
Well, no. I thought he had
Yes.
dropped it to try and shove the shifting simule into it, if I recall correctly.
So my notes say Karsa raged an unarmed strike against Simule for 12 damage, reduced to 6. Then Alfred opened the coffin that is on Karsa's back.
Okay, so it is still on your back. I will. All right, I will say
Yeah.
that then.
And Ancestral Guardians is now on the symbiote. And then it got
Dang it.
banged. But
All right, that starts us off with Edward then.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll try command again. I know it didn't work well last time.
Okay.
So that is a wisdom save 14. And
Oh.
I'm going to say enter.
Minus 1d4.
You're gonna say enter? That's the command?
Yeah, the coffin's right there.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Is this
But you're
motherfucker
pointing
gonna
at
fit
it
in the
then.
coffin?
Yeah.
He's liquid. He fills the shape of the container. That's one of the properties of liquid and cats.
Yeah, fucking lights.
He's not wrong, Professor Jr.
That is 16 minus 1.
Again? That's
Really?
The exact same
Is
roll
it really?
as last time.
It's minus D4. Also, does this? So I can do this to 2 targets. Is Alex also a target? Or sorry, is our boy Simuel also a
Simul
target?
would be, but
Then
you can make Simul
Yeah.
I
do
think
it.
he would do that anyway.
The thing, all right. So I will say is that you can make Simul make the save, but since Simul is in control of the faculties right now, he won't be able to respond to it. However, that being said,
yeah.
if Simul does return to his senses, he would have to abide by that first command.
all right, yeah, sure, we'll do that then.
All right, Simul saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Shit, I have a +2.
Hey,
You want that?
yeah.
Skip to simulant.
Oh,
and card
shit.
6.
Okay.
So if he ever gets back in control,
Yeah, so Simul does hear the command enter. Should Simul get back in control, he will follow the command enter to the best of his ability. The context of that may change depending on how things go.
it could indeed.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Edward?
Am I in control of my character right now? I am. I'm gonna move a little bit further away so it can't just straight up throw me. I'll just go right here. You see me?
Yeah.
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 There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, do you mind putting my mini on the board?
Is yours?
There we
No, you don't. Yeah, no, that's all right, pal. Dude, for 2 seconds, I was like, where's your. All right. Yours is on the board. You're right
Got
there.
You're right there, buddy.
Karsa, it's your turn.
Can you remind me when I unarmed striked this thing, gave it a whack?
Mhm.
Did it give Simul? Did Simul come through at all, or did not really?
Not apparently. No.
I guess I just give this thing a good swipe then, huh?
Swipe or no swiping?
Sorry, Simul, but I'm gonna go ahead and use. Oh, is this the thing that pitted my blade?
No, one
that
of
was
the other
earlier.
ones
Okay.
had.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought your blade was back to normal now.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
If I die,
Uh,
please take care of Fat Chungus.
Oh, we don't know about Fat Chungus. We don't know, bro.
I'm going to recklessly attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Great Weapon Master.
Alrighty. Oh, he's going for it.
Is there a way
So-
to add, is it right click for advantage? It
Yes.
is. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Now we need to ask ourselves, if the symbiote dies, does the host also die?
That is a 19.
A 19 does
Most
hit.
likely.
That's something we gotta find out, I guess.
I guess we're gonna find out. That is a 23.
Oh, all right. 23 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
That is slashing damage.
Okay.
Did that add your rage too?
It probably
It probably did.
Oh,
Yeah,
it probably did not actually. No, it did not. It is a 25. You are right.
Okay.
That is a nope, because it's usually a +3, but +10 for Great Weapon Master. So yeah, that is actually a 25.
Okay. Could you describe what you're doing so I know?
As soon as like when I essentially like punched it earlier and it just got bigger and everyone's yelling at it and trying to wrestle it into the coffin and it's getting instead just scarier and scarier. I'm instead going to take out my blade and I'm not going for the neck or anything. I think I'm going to go for like the hip and just slash I turn my hips, I turn my body, I use the weight of that coffin to spin me even harder.
Okay, so you rip through this thing's torso and you see just ichor spray and hit the ground, splattering across it. However, it roars and immediately uses its reaction to reach out with one of the giant scythe-like pincers and just stab into your shoulder blade. You take half the damage you take half the damage you delivered back at you.
Okay, so
He just takes that immediately?
Yes.
12. Am I resistant to it for rage? Is it Delta's piercing?
It is Delta's piercing. So you take
Then I
half
take
of the half.
that, so 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and I need to. You also notice as you slice through it, even though bits of viscera have splattered across the ground, you realize, given the force you usually heft your blade with, this thing gave away too easily. You get the idea that it is redirecting some of the force of your blows. You're getting the idea that your weapon in particular isn't doing as much damage as it normally would to a creature of this type.
And for now, I'm gonna make sure I have my back, like roughly. I'm not facing the creature now.
Yep.
As it stabs me, I want to be like 90 degrees to it so that they can get it towards the coffin.
Got it. Okay. That brings us to Alfred.
Hey. I'm gonna have that Okay, good. So I'm gonna uphold Bane, which cost me nothing. And while I do that, I am not within opportunity strike, am I?
You would be, yes.
Fuck. Okay.
Wow, he is on the other side of Karsa there.
Correct.
I
Well,
guess, I guess 10 feet counts, I guess.
Imagine if this thing had perhaps a pole arm of some sort.
No, we good. Yeah.
Oh, it's got like 6.
Maybe like a giant pole.
That was
Yes,
funny.
correct.
That was funny.
It does have reach.
That was great.
I'm gonna need them to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Steven, does it also have the polearm master thing where it allows them to do that? Because otherwise it has to be within 5 feet for reaction attacks.
Fuck it.
Wait, what?
What was it? They have to be within 5 feet for your reactionary attack.
I think it's just rule of cool.
Unless you have that feat that allows them to use your full reach.
I'm guessing he's gonna say it has that feat.
No, I'm reading real quick. No, so Polar Master only works when they enter, not exit.
Oh, I swear there was another one. Then.
No. So Polar Arm. So you're thinking either Sentinel or Polar Arm Master. Sentinel stops an enemy. Sentinel stops them.
Okay.
Polar Armor
Gotcha.
only they enter.
Gotcha.
Yes, you
All right.
do get opportunity attacks when they're leaving with the
Damn.
reach. Yes.
I was trying to fight for you.
D&D rules. All right, so he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw with the D4 from Bane.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Well, looking better. So he rolled a 17 with a -4 from the Bane.
Woo. 13?
13.
You fucking failed. Okay. So, I say, creature, look, we've regarded Simmel as a friend, and therefore you are our friend as well. I implore you, please, lay down your arms. And I have now charmed this creature.
Oh, fuck. All right, let me just review that real quick just to make sure.
Dog.
Man, I'm really playing humanoid loose. But I think since he's half Simmel, that's humanoid.
We're gonna see, just to see if this goes through. And what spell was it?
Charm person.
Okay, charm person. All right.
It's a person.
It's half Simmel. Like literally, it's a symbiote. They are one.
Half Simuel
They-
might be inaccurate, so you're aware.
It's part Simul.
It's part Simuel.
Well, yeah, we're looking at more of like a 60-40 now, but still.
That's hilarious.
Come on.
Interesting point. Well, I gotta go see. All right, what do they define as a person?
That's all I wanted you to say is interesting play. Fuck it. It didn't work, but like, thanks.
I'm more going. This is
Senpai noticed me.
Give me a second, 'cause I do need to see what it defines as a
I
humanoid.
can cast it at a higher level, therefore I can
It's
do it.
all
to
right.
both
I
of
guess
them.
it's vaguely humanoid. I'll give it that. It's not a. God, it's
I'll take
weird.
vaguely
It's not
humanoid.
human,
I'll
but
take it.
That
will
is a
take it.
humanoid. Yes, I will say it did fail that as well. So I need someone else to kind of track that condition on it. And that is Spell End
Howard.
knows it was charmed by you. And does so. Oh,
Yep.
it does so with advantage if your companions are fighting it, though. It makes a save with advantage. Just so I see that.
I didn't
Still
notice
has-
that, I'm sorry.
Still has Bane.
It does have Bane, so he's got to go for another roll. But
God damn it.
yeah, he gets.
Oh,
Alright,
Steven,
so
that's
I'm
what you
sorry.
said you were going to do different. You were going to give out inspiration more often.
Nice. Not yet. Not bad.
You literally said nice play. Are you shitting me?
It was a nice play. He rolled in that one on his advantage roll. It's yours. It's yours. I can give him a little pushback. I can't just be like, candy. Now, I will say, because you
Get in the van.
successfully engaged him using diplomacy, take a little bit of inspiration.
Edward, we did it again.
Take a little bit of
Edward, we did
charm.
it again. Diplomacy wins the day. We
right.
ain't fighting shit.
Fantastic. All right, so just so everyone else knows how charm works, essentially JR is going to get advantage with any persuasion checks he wants to make with this creature. In addition, the creature cannot attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. So JR is effectively off the board for getting hit right now. And there
There you go.
is
Now you can
no
walk away.
save from this condition. So for the rest of this combat, presumably, JR is immune from this thing going after him.
Squishy boy is so lucky.
Yeah, is there really there's no save for this motherfucker?
Oh, there's no continuous.
There's
yeah,
no
like on your
real.
turn.
It's just if you suck, you suck.
Yeah.
God damn. All right, fair enough. JR coming in the clutch,
Boys, did I fucking D&D today or
Great
what?
job.
and that's not concentration either. So you get to keep up Bane.
And Bane. Yeah, it's still
All
Bane.
right,
God damn.
that's a solid move.
Now, all of my persuasion checks are set by a DC. Those do not count as saves, correct?
Correct. Those are different.
Okay, good. So Bane has no effect on our conversation unless it has to make a save of some kind. during
Yes.
it. Okay.
That brings us to Simuel.
Oh boy. So what am I doing?
You tell me. You tell me what you want to try.
I would like to try some semblance of fighting back
Okay.
to try to gain control of my body.
Okay.
Is it like a death saving throw?
No, you're going to make a wisdom saving throw.
With advantage because my friends outside are yelling for me?
No.
6.
All right. And roll.
And I assume that's the end of my turn.
If y'all allow me, I have like a line of stuff I would like to like verbally get going.
That is you do not make the save. It does beat you in this turn.
Oh, you don't say.
Listen, man, that D4 is deadly. You don't realize, like, every time it has to do with suck. Yeah. And I can't hit him and stop it, so that's just there for the rest of this combat.
So, like I said, if we can, I would like to use some free action space to just try to start talking and get diplomacy rolling. If you two, Karsa, Edward, have things that you want to do in this time that are within initiative roll, absolutely tell me to shut the fuck up and jump on it. But I would like to at least get conversation rolling.
Well, Carson already did what Carson would do. He's like, all right. And he gave him a little slap. Get in there. And when when they fought back, he's like, oh, you asked for it, and smacked him. So
And now that the hitting's done, he's just kicking dirt, all pissed.
Mm.
Don't get to kill him.
we'll see. So far, this thing just stabbed me. We'll see if hitting's over.
Fair point.
But yeah, I guess that's the end of my turn
Excuse
because
me?
I don't think I can do anything else.
We can see that.
Yeah, that's not for you guys. All right, that's good.
Oh.
All right. So you see this thing furious that Karsa attacked it, and then looking at Alfred with this look of like, real strong indecision. You see it originally kind of lurches forward with these giant clawed hands. You see these sharp talons start to rake for Karsa's head. And you see Alfred talk to it and kind of talk it down a bit. You see what originally was this creature swinging to take out eyes, to take out flesh, quickly turns into it grabbing for Karsa's skull. So Karsa, I am going to have you make a strength athletics check for me.
I believe I do those with advantage for raging.
Yes, you do.
Athletics. Oh, whoa, 1 second. Wrong button. There we go. Athletics. Advantage. Roll. That'll be a 17.
Okay. All right. So go fucking damn it. All right. So with a 22 with the Bane, you see this creature grab your skull and throw you into the river. It is going to launch you straight into the water itself. And I need to like kind of grab your mini so you don't disappear forever. Give me just a second.
Just make a floating thing there. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do is kind of keep him floating in the water. There we go. There's a Karsa.
Is there? I know it's not like a mechanism in D&D, but is there any chance like the claw that grabs me in my head
Mhm.
for me to try and grab it and take it with me? That's like,
It's a
or do
great.
I just flail like a rag doll. You got me.
Or since he's leaving the square of opportunity by his own free will, can he make an opportunity attack?
He's not leaving it on his own free will. I will say you can make.
if you get chucked, your free will's kind of out the window, pal.
I will say what else to do is set a DC.
That bouncer didn't
Like,
throw me out. I
no,
left
no.
my own free will.
No, against his free will, I meant.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw for me. One to see just how much of this you can cushion. I'll say that.
Damn.
Now I will say,
4.
Karsa, you are a raging barbarian. You should have danger sense, and you have advantage on dexterity throws that you
Yeah.
can see.
Against effects that you can see. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Like his face is being grabbed.
another total of. So I got 4 twice.
Okay. So it hurls you. You don't get a moment to like try and cushion the blow or grab it, the claw. It throws you, and the whiplash on your neck is unbelievable. It is largely using your head and spine as the fulcrum to throw you into the river. I am going to have you roll 2d6, and you're going to take that much fall damage. It is bludgeoning, however, so you take half of that.
Karsa's going to need to speak to Derek after this.
6.
Yeah, I know where he can go if he needs an adjustment on that neck.
So 3.
Yeah, so you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you splash into the water. That being said, the coffin, the casket is still on your back in the water.
Fuck.
Yup.
It is also currently filling up with the water as you are in it.
Well, am I?
Oh,
wait, is it?
no.
Am I face down or face up?
You are literally you're treading water at this point. You wouldn't fallen in. It's just kind of filling up the back half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's open. So it's just like.
Correct. It's not trapping the water. It's just you notice the inside is quickly getting filled with water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Got it.
That's going to be no, because also I think the parasite is going to move closer to Theo at this point and just kind of looms over him. That leads us to the camp, and you see several of the why am I blanking on the name? This is horrible.
The Nazis?
No, no,
the
no,
opposite of
no.
Nazis.
Symbiote.
Nope. Frog people.
Oh.
Oh.
Grungs.
Thank you. You see several of the grunts begin to panic. You see the ones on the guardhouses are running to essentially beat an alert. They're trying to find the nearest like drums to beat out like, oh shit, something's happening. They do not make it on this turn, but they start making progress towards that. And that brings us up to Edward once again.
Cool.
Edward,
I don't
you see
have
this
these-
creature unhinging its massive jaws and trying to loom towards Theo. You notice like the way the mouth is unhinged at this point, it could just swallow him whole.
I got no spells left. I guess I'll just blast and shout at it.
Okay.
So, woo. All right, let's see. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
That's what I thought. But either way, I'm trying to get its attention.
So you
Warning shots.
Hey!
you let out this blast of pure energy, and you see it smack into its side. But you see the flesh of the creature cushion the impact of the actual blast, like curling around and then just dissipating the energy back into the creature. And you see for a moment these red rivulets kind of glow in each of its joints, and it turns and it just looks at you and growls. And you feel like the sound of this creature is vibrating the ground underneath you.
Hey, you moron, that's your friend!
All right.
Hi.
And your turn, Edward.
I'm gonna attempt to get even closer.
Okay.
Closer.
Deeper.
Deeper.
All right.
Deeper. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be right on
Right
top
next
of
to
it.
him. All right.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay. That brings us to Karsa, who is currently in the river.
All right, I want to try. Oh, first, this. How do I mark? 2. Is that? Fuck. Do you see where I'm pointing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that climb outable?
It is, but you will need
pretty
to make athletics, either a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check to get out. You also notice the river does have a current, so it is pulling against you with the casket.
All right, if it feels like it might not make it, then I guess I just I'd catch the boat. But if it seems swimmable, I just want to grab this.
This one's more difficult, and you have a risk of failing, whereas the boat would be a sure shot, but it would take more movement.
I'll take the boat.
Okay, all right.
Don't forget you have advantage on your strength checks because you're still raging.
Yeah. I want to... So how much movement's going to take me to... Oh, I don't want to fuck this up. I want to get up in the boat.
Okay. So that will take...
It puts me under the boat.
Yeah, that's...
So,
if you use control,
Sweet.
you can lift them up and down.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much movement do I have after that?
Tiles or feet, right? A whole tile is 5 feet.
Yeah.
Is that correct? So 3, you 15. So whatever your movement is minus 15.
15. Okay. And then I guess I'll go... Probably get about there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use... That's 30 feet.
Yep.
Javelins go 30 feet, right?
I believe they do. I think without taking disadvantage, I believe they do.
Yeah. I got right in the
Probably.
range. Then I will take one of the javelins I have on me and be like, "You fucker." And I'm just going to hurl it at its back to try and get its attention. And be like, "Pick on someone your own size.
Okay.
We're not done here."
All right, make an attack roll.
And or an 18.
You had 18
Well.
hits.
And that is going to be 6 plus 2 with rage for a total of 8 piercing damage.
All right, so you whip this massive javelin. Is the javelin metal, wood with a spike? What does this look like?
Wood with spike.
Okay.
This is a basic javelin.
So you see this javelin with this metal spike just kind of throw across the arena. At this point, Alfred, you feel the strength of this pass you by. Is just a bit of the air is displaced by how fast this thing is moving. You see the javelin slam into the side of this creature, knocking it off to the side. You see its giant gaping mouth turns and looks and rages at Karsa, and you see it, the spear itself pierces through the creature, and you see it takes one of the giant claws, absorbs the spear, turns and points the claw, and just shoots it back at Karsa. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to take half of the damage you dealt out.
Okay. Which was 8. So I take 4.
Correct.
But
And
then
it hits him?
What about danger sense in this instance?
So there's no
So I take
saves on
2.
this. It's just an effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I took
That is
2.
pretty cool.
Okay. That brings us to Alfred.
Okay.
I just want to remind you guys, if it attacks you, it has ancestral protectors on it. So on your turn,
It has disadvantage attacking anyone that's not you.
on any attack that isn't me, it has
Yes.
disadvantage, and if it does hit you, you have resistance to the damage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know
That's
that
cool.
last piece.
And
That's
holy
great.
shit.
It
What?
literally can attack me too.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that helps me.
So you
That's
guys
awesome.
are more protected than you might think.
and that counts for barley malt as well, right? Theo gets the same boon.
It's,
Fuck, it
yeah,
does.
it basically it makes it so
Yep.
that it's like it's you and me, bitch. This is
Yep.
like
Yep.
That's why I
I'm
love
not a-
like compelled duel. If I ever play Paladin, I always take that spell.
Yep.
I was like, you and me, we doing this.
Square up.
This is a really good barbarian
Square up.
subclass, but no one fucking knows about it because everyone plays totem.
Well, because Totem's just so good.
Totem's
Like,
broken.
Except not being totem.
Totem is broken. Agreed.
Okay. That brings
If
us.
Berserker didn't have exhaustion, that would be broken.
Yes.
So
That brings us to Alfred.
I am going to run past him because we are twins.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw myself over Theo, creating a human shield around him.
All right. Do you do anything
Okay.
else with your turn?
Yes. While I am on him, I'm going to turn and say, look, talk to me. Everything that you and Simul as a pair have achieved has been together. We are allies, whether you like it or not. Tell me, what can we do? What do you want? We can see if we can facilitate it. I try to do the most for my fans, but at the end of the day, I don't know this man. Tell me what you want.
I gotta make sure this is the right voice.
Papa.
How about test
Ba-ba-ba.
1 2?
To be stronger.
With a persuasion?
What?
You want me to hit him with a persuasion? Or...
It's actively talking to you.
Hey. Cool. What do you say?
Need to be stronger.
Look, my friend, you're plenty strong already. And I think while this one time you may gain some level of strength, a monicum of power, the disadvantageous position it puts you in within your world, the social game that surrounds us, will put you in an unending, infinitely weaker position. If there's anything I can do to persuade you away from this right now, I would do it. Trust me, I want you as powerful as possible. I want you to maim and destroy and rape this land the same way that I want Karsa to. I want to observe it and I want to pen it. But right now is not the time.
Right now is the only time. There are
Explain.
2 more in the woods coming this way, and if I don't eat them, they will.
You are stronger than them. You
We
know you're
are
stronger.
not.
With your allies, you are.
Make a persuasion check.
Hell yeah. Is that with advantage?
That is with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Steven, if Ezreal is saved, does it get Bane, right?
17.
Oh, wait, no, Steve sets the DC.
Yeah,
That's
I
right,
set
yeah.
the DC.
That's right.
And that's with advantage?
Yep.
That is not enough. It is set as a very hard DC. The DC is 20. Just so you're aware.
Whew.
Okay.
You are not strong enough either. They will be here
I'm
soon.
going
We
to-
should not waste time.
I'm going to furrow my brow at him and say, do not make us show you how strong we actually are. We talk our way out of everything, but that's so we don't have to fight.
There is no talking to what's coming.
All right. Did you want to do anything else on your turn?
Can I? It's going to be next turn. Never mind. Because I can't do another skill check.
What would the skill check be?
I wanted to intimidate him.
Yeah, you only do get 1 social either direction.
Yep.
Yeah, I won't give you
No.
2 on that one. Okay.
Yep.
End of your turn?
I've used up all of my actions, correct?
I will say you used a movement to try and cover up Theo as best you can. I will say you used an action to try and persuade the creature down. You still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Okay, let me just see what I have for bonus actions that I think might be useful.
Row yourself between its legs to try and trip it, like a stick in a bike tire.
It never really ends up well for the stick.
It's a liquid. Dude, I'll be honest too, because it's a liquid. I thought about not running around it and just running through it and like wrapping myself around Theo. So the only thing that I have like ready at the hip for a bonus action is Bardic Inspiration, and I'm down to 1, so I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay. That brings us up to
Which everybody note, I'm using them. I'm using Bardic
Not right now.
Inspiration. Y'all can fuck right off.
I think he just literally
Not right
ponied one
now.
away.
When I
This
was
is-
editing all those episodes, you know how much I had to hear? He doesn't use Bardic Inspiration. He's kind of a shitty but I use it. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Simul, it's your turn.
I would like to attempt to persuade it
How?
once more.
What are you doing? Oh, are you trying to wrestle control or are you trying to persuade it?
I'm going to try to persuade.
Those are two different interactions with two different DCs, I'll note.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Make a persuasion
so I'll
check.
try to persuade. Fuck, 19.
Let me roll the
Is there any-
bane.
Yeah.
With a 4 on the bane.
Sorry.
You see and you're trying to persuade it. Okay, so what are you persuading? What are you saying?
Creature, please listen. Creature. All right. If you can hear me. We can be stronger. Trust these people, please. For the love of anything that you believe in, please trust these people. Whatever's coming, we can beat it with them. We can beat them with this camp. We can beat them with Theo. We can beat them. And you know what? I'll let you have them. Please don't hurt Theo. That is all I ask. That is all I'm asking you. Because if I ever get out of this and I find out that you've killed Theo, I'm ending both of us right then and there.
He could be one of us. He could be part of us. He will
Not
not
like that.
die.
I can't do that to him. Please.
Samuel, if we don't, they might.
That's a chance I'm willing to take right now. Can we please just work together to fight whatever's coming? We can be stronger, separately and together.
You see
I'm
it.
begging you.
You feel it weighing the options in front of it. You feel make an insight check, actually.
17.
You feel something you were oblivious to before while you were kind of thrashing and struggling around and trying to like break this thing's hold on you. What you were not feeling at the time is this massive ebb and flow of panic and fear in this creature. You feel, for lack of a better word, it's palpitating. You can feel it panicking. But with you and Alfred taking the time to try and talk it down, you can actually feel it ebbing away. You can feel the panic and the fear slowing down. You can feel it thinking critically about the situation again. And you feel it begin to release control on the body. And you feel yourself take control once more. So I'm going to drop initiative. I am going to put your mini back. And that is where the end of this combat is. All right.
Damn it. I was
My
still
lord.
smashing shit.
I just want to point out that like he's doing that as I'm like pulling out the jar, ready to put the, the symbiote in it.
Oh my
And
god.
then I was like, oh,
And I'm like,
that's what I was gonna do. That's what I was getting so close. It's like, well, gonna have to jar you, buddy.
can't wait till I get so powerful that someone has to have a container for me.
What do you think the coffin's for? Both
I don't know
of
if it's
you.
necessarily power. It's probably more of lack of control.
Where is
Is
it?
probably what it is.
Oh, it's linked. That's why. I was like, where the fuck is your mini?
Creature. One last thing. I'm saying this out loud so
Yeah.
everyone can hear as well.
Wait, what?
Talking to Creature.
Okay.
One last thing. If you feel the need to go into that form again to fight, you are more than welcome to do so. But please do not hurt my friends. That is all I ask.
You, since it's recoiling inside of you, you feel its consciousness kind of slip backwards at this point. You get the idea that changing like that took a lot out of it. I'm trying to think. Just a second. I got one more feature too. I want to make sure that doesn't trigger.
I've been stressing out about this for fucking months now. It's been 2 months.
It's been a bit.
It's been about that, yeah.
Alfred, when I look at my sword, what type of weapon do I need to hurt that thing better?
The power of friendship?
You guys will be so easy to conquer.
The power of creating a dialogue.
The power of spoken word. But I'm really tired, so I can only let out like a really half-hearted star prestidigitation.
Okay. You.
I had minor illusion like a rainbow.
All right.
Like
I can change
hands.
music too. That's why I was like, wait a second. Why is that still? All right.
Mr. Barley Malt, was it?
Is he okay? I distinctly remember him being stabbed.
Why is that not playing?
You broke it.
I did. There we go. Okay. All right. So you see the creature kind of slip backwards back into Simuel's body, kind of receding. The form of Simuel once again takes shape. The creature itself just kind of folds inside. Where is? Where is?
Anybody else feel like this song is dangerously close to a very well-known one?
Which
It
one?
definitely feels like I'm entering Jurassic Park.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Harass us, Jark.
My God. But yeah, we were both feeling it on that one then.
Yep, for sure.
If you mix that song with Aladdin, I Can Show You the World, I think you nailed it.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
I was
yeah,
getting
that
a
is.
Disney song out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I was trying to talk to Theo.
Yeah. All right. So I'll pick up with you talking to Theo, and then I'll move back to Simuel.
Okay. Mr. Barley Malt, was it?
Yes, that's correct. It's Mr. Volleymalt.
Are you wearing cologne?
Excuse me? Sorry, what?
You smell very. I don't know what it is. You smell quite good.
Simuel?
Oh, are you wounded? Are you all right?
Whatever do you mean?
You You were pierced by the creature. And I'm patting him to look for wet.
Uh,
Wet check. Wet check.
Make an investigation roll for me.
This motherfucker completely healed,
I know
isn't
he's
he?
a symbiote, dude.
I think, yeah.
4. I'm dumb. I'm blind.
You're pretty sure there are some wet splotches underneath the clothing. You didn't feel them, but you're certain he must be bleeding after a wound from that.
Karsa, trauma shears. Trauma shears. Bring them.
I just hold my big sword towards him. Cut where?
Yep, right here, right under the shirt. Just gotta get this bad boy off.
Wait, do you really cut his shirt off?
Whatever's fabric he holds
Trauma
out, I
naked.
slice it.
We gotta get this
All
man
right,
trauma
so
naked.
you-
I need to look for shit.
You cut his
Don't
shirt
cut his
open.
armor.
You do see there is this deep look of fear on Theo's face, and he's like, as the gigantic blade slips under his clothing. Help, Samuel! Help, Samuel! Help! Help!
Am I exhausted? Am I like able to talk really?
You are able to talk at this point.
Okay.
You do
Guys-
feel your jaw is very sore. Your body is very tense, almost like you've been clenching your muscles this whole time in a white knuckle grip.
Oh my. Okay.
You're
Edward,
gonna get hemorrhoids.
please. Theo. Theo, are you all right? Edward, please stop.
I think the better
Edward is
question.
doing absolutely nothing in this transaction.
Get in the
Karsa.
coffin. Get in the
Also,
coffin.
please stop.
I'm sorry, Samuel, but the better question is: are you all right? What was that? What
At
happened
the
to
side of
you?
the coffin as they jump in it.
That was your parting gift to me
I'm
when you left.
sorry. You're going to have to explain. What do you mean? The last time I saw you was in, well, a better time. Not this.
The agency that you worked for in our city, they told me that you died. I had to go check your body. They told me I had to go pick up your stuff. Inside one of your drawers was a vial. I got jumped on my way home. The vial broke. The symbiote saved me. I must have saved it in some way. And
Samuel,
since then, we've been joined.
I hate to interrupt you, but I don't know what a symbiote is, and I have not left this jungle since the last time I've seen you.
Whose fucking body did I see?
That's a very good question, but it sounds like you are deeply confused, and no doubt has something to do with the fearsome creature living inside of you. Are you certain you're well? Have you seen?
He's usually not like that.
Are you certain? You
Yeah.
see at this point, Theo looks at the rest of the group, scanning their faces to see if you're telling the truth, if this creature is not normally like that.
He's
Not
been
normally
like that
like
a couple times.
that.
There's a few times it's tried to attack random things, yeah.
Samuel, have you seen a doctor, a medical professional? Anyone?
Do you think any type of doctor could fix whatever the hell this is? It's living in me.
Yes, there's healers. There's healers. There's priests. There's medicine men of all types and stripes. You've not
Theo,
seen
tell me-
one?
No,
Chiropractor.
You've not seen a chiropractor? A 5-star review.
in some sick way, I was holding on to it because it reminded me of you.
Oh, I was told you made one of these, and I take out the jar. I told you made these.
It's the sealing jar, correct?
Yeah.
Let's throw on some of the other sounds. Okay. He
Tell her.
takes
Check your DMs.
Got it. All right. You see, he takes the jar from you and he examines it and he goes, I'm sorry, but this isn't my handiwork. I'm not familiar with any of this. I don't know what this is.
Theo,
Jerry, you make a skill check if you want. It's going to be sleight of hand.
18.
Okay. You do so.
Just let him keep talking.
No, I've
Theo,
not seen anything like this. This is quite fascinating. You say I have made this?
Yeah, I was told you did by oh god, no, I need to actually look at my notes and see the professor's name there. Oh my god, is it Aiden Clayso?
Sorry, Professor Clayso. He's not. We're vaguely.
Or is it director?
We're vaguely familiar with one another. We're associated by work alone, but he's never taken an interest in my projects, nor I in his.
This doesn't sit right with me. This whole interaction we're having, this
Something's fishy.
I'm saying that out loud too. Yeah, I'm just like,
Theo, I need you to answer me one question.
Well, of course, anything for you, Samuel.
Why did the creature inside me say that you had one of him inside you too?
I honestly cannot say. I've never had a reaction like yours, and as far as I know, I've never once had anything like what's happening to you occur to me.
Hey, what do I see?
You see, kind of doing this while everyone's talking, being a little quiet about it. You do not see any piercings.
Sir, you where'd your wounds go?
What wounds, sir? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
Hey, survey of the audience. Did we not see this man get stabbed by a large symbiote claw?
oh yeah, totally impaled.
Karsa, care to join the consensus?
I lean forward and stab him just a little, just like 1 point of damage.
What? Okay.
As soon as he says Karsa, I assume he wanted me to use the sword again.
Your sword was right there.
Whoa.
Yeah. So.
I just want to see, and we'll see if it heals up.
Make an attack roll.
I will recklessly poke.
Oh my god.
And then he turns into the fucking symbiote creature.
Around the sword, like.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm all out of charm person.
the lower rolls a
Yep.
17, but 22.
Yeah, a 22 for sure hits.
And I don't want to stab him. I just want to literally nick him.
You do so, and you see a bright red drop of blood hit the ground.
Well, where'd you
Excuse
stab
me,
to get
I've
bright
just
red
met
blood?
you, Samuel. What is happening?
There's-
This is not what I remember our friendship being like.
No,
You tell me he was definitely stabbed in front of us.
Samuel, should I be
You did
afraid right now?
When you
No.
stabbed him, what happened?
guys, in the market, there was one day where my hand was lopped off in front of me
Yeah.
when we all first met.
Yeah.
I healed
Yeah.
instantly, but then after that, I was not able to. I'm guessing it's like a first spark reaction of instant damage.
Yeah. So
Oh.
your symbiote likes to eat other symbiotes, right?
Yes, Theo, I need more
So that
information on the thing that's inside of you.
I don't
There we
believe
go.
there's something inside of me, Samuel.
But you have some of that stuff inside of you.
Sorry, what? Some of what stuff? Blood? Yes, it just hit
No,
the
the-
floor.
No, the black stuff, the ichor.
No, it's just blood in here. I have no ichor. I've never seen anything that you're talking about.
In my tribe, we call this giant shit.
Anyways, there's an attack coming. We can
There's a
sort
what?
this out. Yeah.
My, yes, the Nazis are going to be
Uh,
coming here and
As
I
you
don't know
say
if it's
this,
the Nazis. No.
I just lost sound of my headphones. That is, as you say
Wait,
this.
wait. I thought we were at midday here.
Put a new
I thought it was
battery
just
in.
attack at night.
yeah, actually evening was the term.
Evening. Yes. I thought we got
That's
here
why
around
we made
midday.
That's why we hightailed it because evening is ambiguous. But his headphones
Yeah.
aren't working. So, guys, everybody, right now, Jake, tell
Yes, I
him
put
the
on
theory.
Batteries.
Oh, time travel.
There we go. Sorry, what?
In the storm. Nothing.
Hmm?
No,
Fuck.
What?
Okay.
we have to go destroy his recording computer before he can watch this.
I just needed to
That's
put
just a
these in.
theory, a game
Okay.
theory.
It is just theory. Yeah.
So you all hear far off in the jungle
Far off. That's good.
this sound, like the very softest sound of drums being relayed.
Oh, did your trick not work with the goblins? Oh.
Well, we only tricked the two of them. So
You see all of the grungs at this point begin looking up and panicking.
yes, Theo. So yeah, a goblin encampment has been entrusted by a cult leader to assist the Nazis in absolutely decimating this camp and everyone in it.
Well, we should prepare then, or should we evacuate? Or
Oh.
I don't understand.
In line with the Black Dragon cult. There.
Yes. Are you familiar with the Black Dragon?
I'm not familiar, I'm afraid.
Oh, I have this neat little scroll.
Hey, maybe we should get behind the gate, guys, and discuss this.
If you
yes,
can
we
read,
should
if you
head
can read
inside.
Draconic, there you go.
You're back.
Prepare for this eventuality and maybe take a brief rest.
Should we fortify? Should we leave? Are we staying here, Simul? Are we leaving? What is
I can tell you the thing that just came out of me was very fearful of whatever was coming this way. So you do with that what you will. We could fortify it.
What are our
I-
odds of evacuation? How embedded are the grungs in this region? Can they effectively hide amongst things, wage a guerrilla warfare attack rather than trying to fortify the base? From what I've heard, it seems like whatever creature is going to be momping and stomping through this jungle, a fortification's not going to be enough.
the Grung believe they're very good at ambushing, and they're very successful at that. However, the Grung believe that this is the last stronghold they have in the area. If they lose this, if heaven forbid the Nazis take this fortress, it's going to be asynchronous warfare from here on out. The Grung will be picked off individually, one by one, and there'll be no going back. There'll be no homes. There'll be no shelter. There's no comfort for these creatures any further. And in doing so, they no longer have the ability to disrupt the operations of the Nazis.
And we gotta fight.
While I completely understand this sentiment, I have to express to you the entirety of what the gang that I've brought in your protection has to feel about it. And it runs the gamut. I have this gargantuan fellow here who would fight to the utter death just for the sake of fighting. And I have my good friend Simmel, who, based on principle and care alone, would probably stand upon a mountain of bodies, dying just to fulfill his friendship with you. And I also have brought Edward, who is purely indifferent. And while I would love to say that I care greatly about the plight of the Grung and the disdain for the Nazis, I really prefer life.
Hey, Edward, think of all the
Sentiment.
death that could happen.
Okay.
I don't think Edward cares.
Oh shit, my bad. No.
I don't-
Alfred.
Edward, do you need convincing?
No. God damn it. No. Alfred, think of all the death and macabre that you could write, perhaps, in this war that could be to come.
The amount
Well,
of
that's
gore.
the
Great
folly
material.
of one battle seems an impressive thing to write about. The eventual eradication and genocide of an entire species as they try to nimble and bimble through the jungle seems pretty macabre. I will say that's not the way that you're going to sway me here. I will do whatever is best. I will do whatever brings me to my next show and whatever brings the next meal to my belly. But it's between you two to figure out which is more likely. I will not pick this hill to be the one I die on. Call me a coward if you will, but I paint
Coward.
myself as a pragmatist.
Coward.
I'm a
A
coward.
pragmatic coward.
Hey, Steve, can you remove Theo from inside of Alfred?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's
Okay.
certainly
We're
a choice.
technically still hugging.
They are technically still hugging, and Theo is shirtless at this moment.
We had this. I had this whole monologue cheek to cheek with him.
You think he smells delicious?
I don't know what he's wearing. God damn,
So-
though.
What direction did the creature sense them from?
You can ask.
Yeah, have you thought about asking?
Well, I thought I would have felt it inside of him, but creature. I know how that sounded.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Feeling it. Quivering
Creature.
from within.
Creature, you awake?
I am here.
What direction did you say that they were coming from, or what direction did you feel?
From the northeast.
Well, northeast? Okay. Thank you. We will use that then. Everyone, they're coming from northeast, which is the back side of the encampment.
Now,
Back
hold
left-hand
on.
side.
What is coming from the northeast?
Simeon,
Yeah.
our name is Dissident.
Oh.
You have earned that much.
Understood. Thank you, Dissident.
You feel a begrudging sense of acceptance within you.
Oh, that's all I want. Oh.
All I'm
Cool.
saying is while we may know that the other creatures like yourselves are coming from the northeast, it could be a flank. It could be a pincer attack in which they send the goblin encampment from another direction. And that would leave us completely vulnerable from one side.
You do get the idea in that you have come from the southwest. The only thing to the southwest is the port. And it's unlikely that...
Or they could come from the northwest too.
The
is what I'm
Nazis
saying.
could.
But if you're saying
The
if
Nazis
DM
could
is
come
saying
from the
a flank's
port.
not coming, a
Correct,
flank's
but-
not coming, boys.
No. What
Let's
I'm
fortify the northeast.
No, what I'm
baby.
saying is you realize it'd be unlikely for them to take a large force through the port. If they're
Yeah.
going to take a massive force, it's going to be coming from the other direction, from the jungle itself.
Well, that's what I figured, because like so you said the northeast is where they're coming from, but they could also be coming from the southeast, and that would be an effective pincer.
Correct. You get the idea that it could definitely be from both of. Well,
There's room on the map,
yeah, all right, fair.
room on the game board, baby.
All right, fair.
You know what? No, actually, it's too cramped. They wouldn't do that.
Enough.
Well, they won't know how the
You've
fort
always
looks
said-
either. So I mean, it's
You have
Also-
wasted enough time talking while battle is coming.
Also,
We
those
must
goblins are probably
find-
morons. They're ahead of schedule.
We must
What they
find
told
the-
us.
We must find the general of this place, find out if it's defensible, and prepare ourselves. Alfred, today you will witness. Prepare your pen. Carson's gonna start walking towards the main building.
okay.
Gentlemen, that is one of the greatest warriors that has ever graced any patch of land. We should probably follow him.
Cool. I'm just gonna take like an hour, do my thing. You guys do whatever.
Okay. Are you so?
Can you remind me this guy up here, and then this guy up here? Are these humans?
Yes, they are.
Okay, and then it's like a grung / human village.
You get the idea. It is a resistance force. It is the populace that is trying to push against the Nazi occupation.
It's a coalition.
So
it's a
you
coalition.
will see there are grungs, there are bullywugs, and there are humans. There are also a few tabaxi. It's kind of a mix here.
Okay. Just a high concentration of grungs, but otherwise a normal spattering.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. It's a.
So, Theo, let's get down to brass tacks. Do you have war generals here?
There is.
Because they're going to want to talk to that man.
There is. Well, so are you looking for offensive or defensive?
Yes.
The offensive general, the one responsible for operations pushing in towards the jungle, and for dealing with the Nazis in that way, is Lewis.
Is the other one Clark?
It's Rick.
Grung. The damn or bullywug, either one. Fucking frog people. Love it.
All right.
Hey, that's a slur. You should probably
They're people.
As
keep that sentiment to yourself.
Carson hears that walking away, and he goes, "All right, where are the Burp brothers?"
You just see Theo go, the what?
Burp and Gorp.
He can't pronounce their names.
Well, they're both in camp in their respective positions. Essentially, so he is going to lower the doors for you, Carson. You can enter if you want.
Yep.
Walk with me, talk with me, babe.
These lights are real good.
Hey, dude,
Like the
can I
way-
have control of my character?
The way the light is
sorry.
reflecting off of the walls here, I'm actually pretty impressed.
Yeah.
That is kind of nice, isn't it?
Like now that I'm zoomed in, standing next to this wall, watching that happen, like it feels good. Good for them.
Good job.
It is nice.
Inspired.
It is nice.
There you
Yeah.
All set.
Thank you.
And I gotta move Theo up accordingly. Okay.
Knock.
You can just drag your character straight in to the fort. That's not a yeah.
All right. All right.
All right, our control lifts.
Yeah, I got it.
Whoa. Bunch of peeps. Grung, 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 tabaxi grung. Fuck is that thing?
Okay. So he asks which one you want to meet first. If you want to see loot, or if you want to see red.
Both. We
Quick
must speak with the military leaders of this place.
question for you. How fast can we get word to our frontline troops of our battle strategy? Defensively, we have all the time in the world. They're right here with us, but we will need to send an envoy.
Well, you'd have to speak with Lurt about that.
I'll leave this to Karza. This seems to be more his thing anyway, and anything that I would do would just muddle it. I am but an amateur in war, and he's a professional. Karza, I put my faith in you.
Looking around, are there two obvious generals?
Make an intelligence check.
I do this so rarely, I don't even know where the button is.
Now that's role playing. This guy.
There we go.
14, absolutely. So you do see there are two different creatures that everyone seems to be kind of checking in with every so often. The first of which is this large bullywug here. I'm gonna make it do a little wiggle.
Wiggle.
And the other one you notice is this one in the corner.
I don't see.
Bottom
Oh, there it is.
right corner. Yeah.
Not
He
see, now see.
Oh, I see. Yep.
he has another one that looks very similar to him, and you notice that might be by design.
Mhm.
I don't see one down there.
I'm gonna just.
We also
you know,
probably don't have vision there. That's probably also a possibility.
everyone
Yeah,
in this area
in
is
that
gonna
corner.
be able to hear Karsa's voice as he strides in. And, I must speak with the generals of this camp. Battle is coming, and soon. We must prepare.
You see the three humans kind of up on the rafters, kind of scratch their heads, and they're like, "Offensive or defensive, sir?"
The Nazis know where you are. This will be all hands on deck.
You see them kind of whisper among themselves, and they're like, "It's probably defensive then. The offensive are behind enemy lines. They're not coming back tonight."
Well, shit.
It's been a month and a half. Do I remember when we interrogated the goblins when this was happening? Was it tonight?
Evening.
Yes, this evening.
In the evening. Okay. Oh. Then everyone here, must get ready. We know they're coming from the northeast. Are we... People who know the surrounding terrain and jungle, are they able to surround us easily? Is there pitfalls and traps set up? What's the situation?
You see at this point the large bullywug begins walking its way over to you, and it looks at you, Carson, and goes, "Burp, burp, 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 burp."
We're gonna need a translator. Please.
Edward?
I can't. I'm all tapped out.
Can you write it down?
Someone here in the coalition. We need.
Also, I'm over here eating something while I do my short rest. I'm just like grabbing random food.
Do you understand me, Frog?
Burp.
Can anyone here translate for us? Looking at the frog.
Theo, got anything for us?
Just a moment.
You seem to speak their language quite well. Or are you just experiencing indigestion?
Are there any lieutenants here, sergeants, anyone?
You see him, he looks at you and he goes, is there someone in particular we want to talk to them? I can affect myself and 2 others.
With the 2 captains.
Would it be... So you're just saying that he can cast a spell to basically make it so that 2 people can understand it?
Can it understand it and also be fluent in it?
Oh wow, that's
So
different.
would it make
Dang,
the most sense
nice.
to have him cast that on those 2 and that make them fluent in common?
That's, yeah, absolutely. You should relay that to him.
So it just seems like that makes the most fucking sense to me.
They are in different parts of the camp, but he could do it once for this one and then once for the other one if that's...
Why not just bring the other one over here?
Yeah, why not bring him? Hey, we can group up.
Um,
Kind of an all-hand situation.
he looks around and he goes, that's not a bad idea. Let me go get the other one as well. So you see one of the other frogs kind of walk up, and you see Theo reaches out to both of them, and you see, you feel for a moment this brief wind on the, you feel a breeze in the wind, just kind of blow past, and you see on the ground itself, foliage kind of scrapes across the encampment dirt. And you kind of get like a rogue leaf just kind of hits someone's face. But what initially sounds like burp, 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 quickly turns into
All right.
Yes.
You seem to have information about our current situation, and I'm here to help.
Do you work for the Monarch?
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with what the Monarch is.
Shit, sorry.
The Nazis are going to attack you this very evening. They know where you are. They've planned this for days. Now, are you ready? What can we do?
Understand this is a very serious occasion. It is very somber, and is something our crew has prepared for months. That being said, are you familiar with what the sort of invasion force they currently have?
Do I have a better idea of what's coming? Or is it just the 2 that I sensed?
you know, from Dissident that there is 2 of something of your ilk coming, bare minimum. You don't know the further details, you just know something probably concerning is making its way here. The rest of you are familiar that there is an invasion force of some sort. You aren't really familiar with the fine detail numbers.
Yeah,
We are
just
aware
know
that there will be
Nazis,
goblins
goblins,
from the-
and symbiotes.
Black Dragon cult.
Oh, I at least know that there's going to be 2 very heavy hitters coming.
I see. Are you familiar with your capabilities?
Yeah.
Could you explain to my men so we might be able to prepare?
Sure. do you want me to like actually explain it, or do you just want to like say brief overview? This is what we talked
It's
about.
up to you. It's what you'd like to do.
I have the ability to cause fear, hex, infiltrate wounds. I can become invisible. I have disguise self at will. I can use Eldritch Blast, Light, and a Mind Sliver.
I think he meant the capabilities of the incoming enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was saying our
Are
capabilities.
those abilities unique to you, or are those something that the invading force might have available to them as well?
Did you see that huge thing at the front gate that was attacking?
I unfortunately did.
They might have 2 of those.
You see him make a quick religious gesture.
That is deeply unfortunate.
I'm gonna shimmy over to Edward.
Hmm?
I thought that guy just baked. I didn't think he do all that shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen that shit.
That is
I'm just
somber.
yeah, and I'm doing that as well. I'm just like stuffing my face and drinking water.
That is somber news indeed. Well, as far as
I should also add one last note.
yes,
That thing out front was terrified of the 2 things that are coming.
You see a large bullywug gulp. Just
we have a small amount of people available here. There are traps in the jungle, and we have fortified this encampment as best we are able. That being said, it does not bode well. We can hold mild numbers. The height will give us some advantage, and the way we've dug out the trenches can be useful. We do have spellcasters who can fill the trenches with flames if necessary.
May I impart something that I think may be useful intelligence?
Certainly, and your name is?
I am Alfred P. Wells,
Oh,
renowned
Jesus.
author and playwright.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Wells. My name is Roar.
It is nice to meet you. The piece of intelligence that I think is worth noting is it seems like these creatures behave in that a reflective liquid. They are able to take damage they receive and send it back to the caster. My hypothesis on this may be that things that may damage them but not be used against us would be beneficial to employ. Booby traps such as bombs, fires, and explosives seem to be a safer bet on their approach.
Is this an ability you've witnessed in all of their kind, or just your compatriot?
Unfortunately, we're just going off the intelligence that we have from first-hand
I see.
experience.
I see. I understand.
If you cut off their heads, it seems to put a pretty good stop to them.
Yes, if you do remove the heads, done. Game over, baby.
Understood.
Or you
It
could,
looks
you know,
incredible too.
or you could pack up and go fight another day.
How do they fare against poison?
Dissident, how do you fare against poison?
I saw Simul eat a bad pastry once, and he didn't do well at all.
We are not weak to poison, but we are not immune.
Does he say that like out loud through me?
I'd say so, yeah. If you give him the opportunity to.
Oh yeah, like I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody with this stuff.
Anymore.
Yeah. No, I want this to be forward and front. Dissident is one of the group. He's one of us. He is here to fight with us, and we are here to fight with them.
Is fighting necessary?
Unsure.
We could leave, you know, maybe
I
pick
believe-
off a few.
Leaving
I
would
believe
be
Dissident was asking.
leaving would be a tremendous effort, and it may leave behind resources that our enemy could therefore exploit in later battles.
What resources is that?
We have
That'd be-
items here that, well, lend some comfort to my compatriots, and they have also taken a great deal of time to procure and provide.
And if this entire fortress falls to the Nazis, It's another fortress we have to clear them from later.
That is also correct. Your
Well, not if we have failsafe.
Do you have explosives?
In
we
war,
make
timing is
this-
everything. We have to stop them now. Here, best place to make a stand. While they don't
Carcer,
expect us.
I understand that your will and your design is to say that every portion of combat will end in utter success and blood-filled victory, but I think it's worth for them to discuss the potential of a contingency plan in which we turn the entirety of this stronghold into some kind of large remote explosive.
There you go.
That way those resources will be kept from both parties, and while it will set the resistance back a great deal, it will mean that the majority of them live to fight again.
I don't believe you have the steady hands or the technical know-how to pull off a procedure like that.
I will also.
Do we have
like-
illusion spells?
I would also
What?
like to put forward, Mr. P. Wells, that this camp is the last beacon of hope for my people. If we lose this camp, we may lose the war. Now you're...
While I can sympathize with that, I unfortunately have to have a pragmatic stance. And that stance says I'd rather have the ability to continue fighting than to let it fall just because there's sentimentality surrounding one piece of morale boost. And at the end of the day, you may be totally correct. I'm just presenting the option. Don't ever take my outsider's opinion as the gospel. I'm just expressing to you what I've seen through experience and know that my experience is a macabre one.
If you must prepare for a backup plan, do so. The rest of us, like anyone who can handle a bow, a spear, thrown weapons of any kind, we take to the walls. Prepare flaming arrows and poison tips where you can.
Every
Oh,
man,
spellcasters.
woman, child, and fighting combatant in this camp are at your... We are ready. We have prepared for this. There
Spellcasters.
is not a single person in this camp who cannot provide some form of combat assistance.
Do you have capable builders prepared?
We do not have builders.
Where it may be worth making an immediate conversion for some. As I feel as though having battlements prepared for your ranged attackers to not receive their own munitions in reflect. It seems silly, I know, but having archer ports that are more narrow than you're used to may prove immensely beneficial for this. It could be as simple as 2 planks that are of decent girth that could stop incoming munitions, or even shields that are banded together, leaving a narrow gap for firing. Anything of that nature would be beneficial. In fact, if you have anyone that can catch projectiles or have an ability to do so, it may be worthy to pair them with a ranged attacker.
Mr. Wells, the reason we do not have these wooden fortifications is because we have magic users who can provide that service.
Even better.
There are not many, but they are able to function in this capacity, at least from a range. Once things become closer engagements, they will shift to providing support to the combatants.
Did we want to try to set up more traps around the area before the attack comes?
It is a possibility. If your group has any resources available to them, we would not turn them away. As I mentioned before, we do have the ability to light the dishes on fire. We do have poison. Throughout the jungle, there are pits that will slow their progress.
Okay.
If you have suggestions for other traps and mechanisms, I am more than certainly interested.
Arsa's gonna set to
Okay.
work while they're all talking, getting everyone else organized. He's gonna be yelling at everyone to get either fire-tipped arrows ready or poison-tipped arrows ready if they can. I see there's torches everywhere. And to yelling at spellcasters to stay alive, alter the battlefield and slow the enemy where possible. Don't obstruct our view, and be ready to light those trenches on fire when the enemy reaches it.
Mr. Wells, I believe that your compatriot has the right idea here. I agree
He
that
truly
living
is a
to fight
master of
another day
discretion.
might be an option. But I want you to consider for a moment what a broken spear function as. A spear as itself can perform great feats of martial strength, and it can win the day. A broken spear can also fight, but it is next to useless. I plead that you don't let my people become a broken spear.
I have but one resource to offer you beyond my middling, weak combat ability. I've brought with me the mightiest weapon that I have been able to find in the world. I have brought with me the sharpest sword, the heaviest of axe, the bluntest of hammer. And I will lend it to your disposal, to your people's disposal.
You see him visually scanning your body for a weapon.
I pull a quill from my pocket.
You see him flinch for a moment, and he recoils.
With this, no matter how the battle goes, be it in our favor, for glory, or resulting in the demise of the last bastion of hope, one thing will live on through this weapon: the spirit of your people.
Make it a dexterity saving
I
throw.
will not let them be crushed.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
We need to get Alfred a press vest. It says press
21.
on it.
21. You see him swing the spear at it, but you're able to just move it out of the side. He goes, "It is a fairly formidable weapon. And I cannot see how it might affect things, but I appreciate the sentiment."
I bow and I dip backward.
I want to around the camp. Do they have a armory or a weapon rack? Or I'm looking for a big maul.
You are absolutely able to see a maul. You see this giant wooden beam that, for the average person, is just a log. But at the very tip of it is this marbled obsidian glass that is sharp and it is solid.
All right, I'm looking for something that could do some bludgeoning damage. Does this serve?
That would suffice, yes.
All right. Do I add a maul?
Yes.
Okay. Figure this out.
Big, needless, sharp. We'll call it the Mall of America.
You see...
All right, guys, I'll be down here. Sorry.
Mall in the USA.
So, guys, I have a plan for funneling them in.
So you see at this point, DeLewis kind of walks over, or walks over, and approaches. At this point, Alfred, because Karsa has walked away, and he looks at Alfred and he goes, "Oh, I hear there's going to be how you say, an invasion of sorts."
Unfortunately, that does seem to be the menu item for the day.
This is phenomenal news for my men.
I do not understand.
As we see, if they are bringing the offensive of their force this way, my men can work perhaps more effectively behind the lines and accomplish their own missions.
Ah, that's intriguing.
So you see, if we win the evening here, my men perhaps can win future battles there.
Well, let me ask you, as someone who is obviously adept in the offensive, what can we do to capitalize here that maybe our defensive compatriots may not understand?
Well, you see, as far as the offensive goes, we really can't do anything until we're able to get past the barrier, or until we are able to get more men past the barrier. Currently, the men who are able to pass the barrier are already ingrained in Nazi society at this time. So
You have sleeper Nazis?
Oh, of course.
That is fascinating.
This is not bad.
Perhaps we should have a conversation sometime when time is more on our side. I would love to document some of this information. I find that quite fascinating.
But of course. In the interim, there is not much I can suggest other than we live. We survive the night.
Are there any people here that are not capable for battle?
No,
Women, children.
there are not. Everyone here is, even the children are capable of battle.
I am thrilled to hear that you do not delineate. Perfect.
We do not have you say the luxury.
That's fair. Just know that through my experience, the most brutal, unparalleled misgivings that can be done to another person usually come at the extension of a child. The cruelty, viciousness.
What? I'm sorry, I don't seem to
I'm
understand.
sorry. I'm just thinking of some stuff from. Never mind.
Yes, well.
I think everything that we have planned for now seems like a decent plan. If anything comes up, feel free to tell me. I will be documenting what I can. Is there a vantage point that is outside of the northeast corner that I may be able to utilize for writing spellcasting? For spellcasting.
For out, so you wish to be, how you say, among the enemy?
Quite the opposite.
You can use one of the god towers. That may provide an appropriate vantage point.
Okay. All right. I may take you up on that. Thank you for your time. and
Of course.
consideration. If you have any additional plans or munitions that you wish to share, please speak to my war envoy, Karsa. He obviously knows what he's doing, and we trust him.
He looks over at the gigantic barbarian hefting an obsidian maul. He says I might. So, on a meta level, are there things you want to do to prepare? Both
Dude,
yourselves
I
in
need
this
to rest
camp.
as long as I possibly can.
What?
Your boy is tapped. I have shot my load twice already. We only short rested between things, and I'm still on cigar smoke and beer from the casino right now.
You would have about an hour to...
Fuck ass.
You have about an hour to prepare things. If you want to take a full rest, that is the maximum amount of time you would get before night starts. You can chance more time than that because you don't know when at night things will happen. But doing so might jeopardize your long rest if you're not taking that first.
So my thing would be, and I know that Jake has stepped away, but whoever needs to take a short rest, absolutely do so. But anybody that needs to gamble the long rest, we're going to get a short rest no matter what if we gamble for the long rest, right?
That is correct.
So I would say, like, me as a spellcaster, I'm being 100. I need it. I ain't got shit. So I would gamble it for the long rest, and I don't think anyone's gonna be missing Alfred as we prepare for combat. I don't think anyone's gonna go, "Where's the short drow dude?" Like, no one's gonna give a shit. So I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit on that one and try to go for the long rest.
Okay. How about Karsa, Simul?
I think I'm good to go. All my stuff's filled. And Karsa, if you're okay too, I have some plans that would involve you.
I'm down 11 hit points from that fight, which
Hold on, I
is
might have something for that.
so I either was hoping to take a short rest while I prepped weapons, or I enter the fight.
If you need hit points, I can give you hit points of my last spell slot, and I can hope I can regenerate them with the long rest.
I can use healing hands and symbiotic reinforcement.
So you guys see Karsa. Eventually, he kind of finds this area. He grabs a few javelins and he grabs a maul, and he goes to kind of sit down and start to bandage himself up. But, if you guys can help otherwise,
Yeah, I can cast Cure Wounds, but that would tap me out for the night.
I mean, you're
But-
trying to
Yeah,
shoot
if I
your
go
load
for
again
a
anyway.
complete regeneration, then it doesn't matter, obviously.
All right. Let's do that then.
Do we want to risk it? Okay.
Yeah, and then if he still needs some, I'll cast healing hands.
Okay, I will cast Cure Wounds then.
all right.
It's gonna be 1d8 plus 4 for you.
You want to roll it or do I roll it? How do you guys-
Go ahead.
D8. No whammies. 6.
No
plus 4,
whammies.
10.
Yeah, nice.
10. Good.
That'll
Almost
do,
up.
Pig. That'll do. Thank you very much.
You want one more hit point? Or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
As far as
Can we
provisions,
be easy on the P word here?
easy. Pig, because there's a law enforcement. All right. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah. I said Derek look real confused. I was like, I better nip this before anyone's
I
like.
did not fucking get it. I just thought Babe Pig in the City.
I will say while
In
you're
that movie, when the pig does something good, the farmer goes, "That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do." And it was like a very like, oh moment. Not-
usually that's when the taser comes out. So I will say,
That's what I say when I pull the taser.
yeah. It's just never mind. So looking over the camp, you do see several provisions at this point. You see spellcasters preparing rituals on stones. You see them. You see potion makers. You see poison makers. You see some of the magic users are helping some of the potion and poison makers fill bottles with this almost liquid fire like substance. You see healers are preparing stockpiles of items. You see people who are preparing weapons. You see archers are readying bows. Everyone's just doing last maintenance checks on armor, on weapons. Are there things that your group would try to seek out in this camp?
I was trying to make a Greek fire joke and calling it grung fire, but I didn't know if it would translate.
It wouldn't.
Samuel, what do you need from me?
I had an idea. If you zoom out from the map and still look to the northeast, if we could maybe chop down some of like these trees and like lay them in such a way like over to the right, so that way it almost creates like a funnel through here. So that way they'd have to take this corner route and it would give them the least amount of opportunity to get in.
I could cut down some trees.
And then maybe do the same thing like over on the left-hand side over here, since it looks like there are some provisions here, and run it by the Grung chiefs to think if they start to see if they think it's a good idea as well.
You get the idea there might not be enough wood to do like a full barrier. If you do, it's just going to be a smaller one, like the ones they've already erected. Like down here. That's
Okay.
You get the idea. That's like a tree's worth.
Okay. I was thinking because they're so like full with the
With the
leaves and
foliage,
stuff.
yeah, you could. I mean, you could make a
Yeah.
foliage barrier, but it's not going to prevent people from getting through.
And then maybe if they were, since it is foliage does catch fire if they did happen to travel through it.
Correct. It's more. You get the idea. The way they've set them up now is to prevent the enemy side from getting like concealment. So instead of providing them cover, they're using barriers that are see-through. You know.
Okay. Fair enough. That was my idea.
Yeah, Carson's gonna go look at the situation with you and be like, I think cutting down a couple trees in that much time might not be enough.
Okay.
Maybe if we cut down a lot of trees. But for now, I turn and look at all those people you said are preparing like potions and poisons and stuff. Like, who has some to coat a couple of my arrows and my javelins?
You see one of the grungs just kind of looking over this gigantic pot.
Opens his shirt and he has a dripping, gross wound. He's like, "Come here, bud. Come here."
No, he just gestures, goes. Burp, 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 burp.
Carson, while you're dipping, can we have a quick aside?
Were other people dipping their stuff in this? Is that how this works?
Yeah, you see people kind of walking over. They bow to the little grung. The grung bows back, and they immediately dip their weapon in.
So I'm gonna claim myself a little spot, essentially, right up here. See that?
Where?
Yep.
In the northeast corner,
Northeast.
essentially, basically where I think they're coming from.
Mm.
And I'm gonna take 3 javelins and like 5 arrows and just dip them all into it. I would take them up there and set them there for when I'm ready for when it starts.
Okay. You see the little grung just kind of bow in acknowledgement.
And I bow to him before I dip it.
You see, make a insight check. Insight or perception.
17.
17. Insight or perception?
Perception.
Perception.
It would be a 15
You see
insight.
the little grung look at your sword warily.
Look at it. What?
Warily.
As he looks at it, he looks at it like he's nervous or concerned.
With a look of strange recognition.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna slowly reach for it and draw it out.
You see his eyes kind of widen, as though maybe his suspicions were confirmed.
I won't be able to understand him, huh? Oh, you Frog, the leader I was calling Frog earlier. You Frog, what's he saying?
He's currently busy. You can see, like, he's busying himself with the rest of the arrangements at this point.
Frog, come here.
He kind of gestures to you and gives you like a 1 minute, and you see some of the other grungs are getting antsy in line. But you see this grung hold up a finger and just go brr, brr, goes inside, and he comes back with these metallic chains that he jingles at you with wide eyes. And then he points at your sword. Jingle chain, point at sword.
I do.
Jingle chain.
I just put it back and go.
Ask one of the other people if they know what he's saying. Translator.
I'll step aside
Mhm.
and let the impatient grungs behind me through,
Okay.
and I'll wait for dear leader.
What's the origin of your sword? Hey man, do you think it might be the fact? Never mind.
All right. Is anyone
Anywho.
else doing anything in the interim?
Like I said, I wanted to have an aside with Carson.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. You see Karza is patiently waiting in line while other grungs and bullywugs are dipping their weapons. Some of the tabaxi also dip their weapons as well.
Carson, we need to talk about Plan A again. In regards to if this kind of falls on its ass. We did bring the coffin to exfil Barleymount. So if we
Yes.
need to get Barleymount out, we still have that.
I probably, when I went to start to patch myself up, would have probably taken the coffin off. So I'll say it's probably like laying in the middle of camp here, like, or here in the edge. I think there's a few reasons to keep this coffin close. No.
I would have to agree with you. I think it's probably one of our better utilities, and at worst, it's a great place for me to catch a sweet, sweet nap. In fact, that's probably where I'm headed. I'll meet up with Theo and see if he has any plans for battle, but I do want you to be aware, if things start to head south, I'm going to make that my priority.
Fair enough. If I have to fight long enough to guard your retreat, do you have a plan for how to carry that thing?
No. But I will come up with one. You know how crafty I am.
In the
I'll
meantime,
do anything to get out of lifting.
if you could spare a little time to put your brain into how to help win this instead of help run from this, I'd appreciate that too.
My feet are pointed in the direction they find themselves most naturally. I apologize for that. I'll do what I can.
Like I said, you have one other job. And you see me grin a little too big with my filed, sharpened teeth.
As
Witness.
Karsa grins and says a witness, you see the grung look at you, Alfred, with the chains and jingle them at you.
He jingled the chains at me.
Yes. Gesturing at the sword.
Can I give a little insight on that bad boy?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Can I just take a shot in the dark?
Sure. I mean,
Well, no,
it's
fine.
your call.
Okay, how about we go with the insight check first, and then I'll take my shot in the dark.
Oh, Jake, did you need to get rest too? I believe you were gone during that conversation.
Oh, I said I was short resting this whole time. Like,
Hey, I
Okay.
fucking crit.
so how long have we been here? First of all,
So at this point, 30 minutes to an hour. I told everyone they could take an hour to make provisions safely if they want to take their long rest and get the long rest before the evening starts. You might be
Or
able to
even the
do
short
more
rest.
if you're willing to gamble that long rest, or if you take that long rest first and are willing to gamble preparations.
I mean, I only need to take a short rest.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I think I'm the only one that needs a long rest.
So with a crit and insight, you see the little grung gestures wildly at the blade, and like you get the idea there's a strong significance, but what he's doing with the chains and what that blade represents.
That's what I get with a crit?
This you can really get the from expression. Like, this is where I'm going. Is like you're not really able to pull the significance off of that.
Like
Well, if I had to
charades.
take a guess, like the origin of the blade and Karsa's people and like all of the stuff surrounding it and the chains, I'm gonna guess that this person's been affected by slavers at one point.
I mean, you with a crit and insight, you get that is not what's happening.
Really?
Did he
Then what
make
am I
a blade?
getting?
You are getting that there is something strongly significant between the symbolism of those chains that he's shaking and the sword that Karsa is hefting.
I don't think I've ever taken the time to look at the sword.
You also
Get
see
Theo over there and have him fucking.
you get the idea. You also
talk.
see it's not just him shaking the chains. It is him taking the chains and dragging them behind him. Takes chain, slams the ground, drags it. Takes the chain, slams the ground, drags it.
Oh fucking no, I crit.
Just get Theo
To do what?
to decipher. He can speak the
He
language.
already cast it on himself. So
Yeah,
He cast it on two other grungs. He didn't cast it on himself.
Okay.
I thought
thought-
he
I
did
thought you
two
said
others
he-
and himself.
there we go. That's what he said.
He could cast it on himself.
because I need to talk to him later anyway.
Yeah.
But can
Carson's
I,
just waiting for the translator, so he's like, "What the fuck ever."
Yeah,
yeah, can I quickly inspect Karsa's blade because I really haven't.
that's
I
up to
really haven't-
Karsa.
Is it?
It is hanging off my back and fairly easy
Homeboy's
to
got his
see.
dick out all the time. It's not up to him if I look at it.
All right, no, I will say absolutely. If he's just keeping it out and unholstered, sure. Karsa, could you describe your blade?
Yeah. Let's see if I wrote any of it down in the bio. Nope. All right. It is about 6 foot long stone sword. Like you would think it should break and shatter against any piece of metal it comes across, but it doesn't. It has scalloped edges the whole way down, like it's basically chopped off with like a flint would be. And if you know anything about the stories of my people, the half giants, essentially the larger people, barbarians who use these swords, we essentially have sacred caves where we chop off these massive hunks of stone, and the thing from hilt to tip is stone, but we rub oils in it for decades that hardens it, and it looks very well used and very well taken care of.
Okay.
Other than that,
That's fucking metal.
there is no magical components or anything like that.
That you know of.
Yeah, nothing like no runes making it, nothing like that.
Okay. That doesn't help me because I'm brain dead right now, apparently, and I can't figure it out. So I will talk to Theo later.
Okay. Is
Just
anyone,
to be clear, that's my order of operations. Is now that I've had my conversation with Karsa, I'm going to go speak with Theo. That's the next thing I'm going to do.
Okay.
Before
Sounds
shit
good.
hits the fan. I get that.
just so Jake's aware too, essentially what's happening is there are magic users, there are potion makers, poison makers, armorers, anyone you can think of for general resources available at this time. If you want to take time to use one of their services, by all means.
I was just gonna summon my familiar again, like, which is as a ritual cast is apparently an hour-long cast.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah, you can take the time
that's
to.
2 hours.
What
that
does
I've
the
used up.
ritual to summon your familiar look like?
What does it look like?
Is it just drafting up a new contract?
I'd like to think it's me like burning a card, like
That'll
a
work.
business card,
Absolutely.
and then I throw the burning business card onto the ground, and then it just like pops out of it.
Perfect. A little portal just opens up and just
Yeah.
it erupts from flame. Okay. You do see there are spellcasters both casting protection sigils. You see them identifying minor objects that have been brought to them. You see the poison makers are kind of filling flasks with what looks like liquid fire. But that's the general gist.
Cool.
Okay.
I have no use for really any of
Okay.
that.
I'll also say that 1 hour can also be a short rest for you because it simultaneously
Okay.
does
so,
both purposes.
So then I have as many time as anybody else
Yep.
really at this point. I only used up 1 hour.
Yep.
So
Uh,
I guess I will lend aid for crafting things with my dexterous hands.
which group are you
Somebody
helping?
I mean, probably not in smithing.
Okay.
Probably not that of all things. Is there like? I guess I could mix things for people if somebody could watch over me and make sure I don't fuck it up.
Absolutely. So this actually the poison maker that Karsa is currently standing in front of
Yeah.
is constantly requiring people to add different distillates to the cauldron in front of him while he's stirring. So he kind of while everyone else is kind of getting in line and getting things dipped, he's constantly pointing and then showing you with finger increments how many pouches you should be pouring in.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
you-
could do
You
that
do
for
so
him.
fairly easily.
Yeah.
Simul, is there anything you take the time to do?
Yeah, I'll just wander around and see where I can help.
Okay.
I guess.
Is there a specific area that would draw your attention?
Maybe the fire potions and stuff.
Okay. Fair enough.
And maybe some of the poison. No, you can totally say no, but is it a possibility to dip my scythes in poison?
Oh, certainly.
Or is that not possible because they are part of me?
No, it's certainly possible.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I'm dipping my knives in it later. Like,
Well, I wasn't sure because the blades are me.
No, I'm aware.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Nice.
Okay. Then I'll ask if they can like coat my sickle.
So you see the
Like
same
both of them.
gesture. Everyone in front of you is nodding. The cauldron owner nods, and then they dip their weapon in accordingly.
Okay. I would like to do the same thing when the chance arises and then go help people.
Yep. You have a moment to do it. He allows you to dip both sides into the cauldron, bows to you, and then and gestures the next person over, while Edward is essentially helping him mix the other distillates in. That brings
I
us.
guess
Okay.
I'll try to learn how to make this fucking poison then.
And
Well,
I'd like to learn
make it
how
an
to do the
intelligence check.
fire.
Make either an intelligence nature, or a wisdom medicine. Your choice.
I'm gonna go with the nature. How does a 17 do?
17 is more than enough for you to realize all of these components can be found in the jungle, and a lot of them can be purchased in the port itself. It's not particularly potent poison, but it is easily accessible and mass produced, and that you could just as easily mass produce this on your own. If you want to make another intelligence check, you might be able to extrapolate how to make this back home.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but all right. Nature. Just straight 10. So
And I like, you get the idea that a lot of these ingredients are exotic. You don't really
Yeah.
know what the equivalent would be back home, but
man, I'd have to go to like the grand market to get this or something.
Yeah.
I'm not made of money.
yeah, you get the idea that. But while you're here, this is something you could produce in the jungle, give enough time to forage.
Could I
Cool.
do the same for the fire?
Ah, yeah,
Potion
sure, go ahead.
I am good in neither of the things that you asked for.
I'm not either. I
So
just was like,
that
fuck
one's
it, roll.
actually an Arcana intelligence check.
Okay, that's better.
I was like, yeah, we could do that.
Not a clue.
Fucking-
No way. You're just like,
Okay.
there's a lot of magic here that I'm not familiar with. How they're doing things is different from anything I've ever known.
Maybe I'll ask one of them later, see if they can teach me.
Mhm.
Like directly instead of just watching.
Okay. That brings us up to Karsa and Alfred again. So, Karsa, you've just been waiting for that translator to come over?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, frog.
So are you, you're looking for the Grung or the Bullywug? Which one did you gesture at?
The one. Shit.
The one that can speak common.
They
They're
both can.
Yeah, they both can. The one I was talking to was.
Are you
the
looking
one I
for
called
Kermit the
was
Frog or the
Bullywug.
French variant?
Frog. I said frog. I said frog.
They're both frogs.
They're both frogs.
Good job. Good job.
God damn, the one I was talking to. the
Kermit.
defense-
Kermit. Okay.
Defensive.
Hello,
Yeah.
Karsa. You've. Well, that's an awful. All right.
Hello, Karsa. How can I be of assistance?
Why is this one slamming a chain at me?
I can certainly ask him. Give me a moment.
Does this military leader want to make any comments on like Western masculinity and its ultimate demise at the hands of leftism?
My friend says that he has seen one of your kind before. He was equally impressed by your kind's martial prowess. However, you are the first that he has seen that is dragging chains behind him. He is hoping to understand the significance of this.
Does he know anything about my chains?
He says they are long and they look cumbersome, like a burden upon your soul.
I wish I knew more than that. I can't answer his question.
Fucking what?
He expresses great sorrow. He feels that you are under a great burden, but that you are shouldering it admirably. If there is anything he can do to assist, he would be more than happy. Also, your compatriot, well, he's not sort of compatriot, he just knows of one of your race left behind a special oil. He is interested in applying it to your blade if that is what you wish.
Show me the oil.
You see. You see the cauldron owner kind of hold up one squishy finger and then run into his tent. And you hear the sound of like things rustling and shaking. He pulls out this very, very tiny flask. It is not big, it is very small, about this large. He offers it to you.
Yeah, I want to take it and open it. Smell
Make
smell like blood oil.
make a nature check.
It's a 1.
With advantage,
So
sorry.
you-
I will give you advantage because you are familiar with the scent.
If it's a 9.
A 9 is enough. It does smell metallic and sour. The smell hits your nose with this sharp tang.
The quality is poor, but it is blood oil. I want to do another one of those bows that everyone was doing to him.
You see him gesture his hands, and he bows deeper to you than anyone else, and provides you with a flask.
Hell yeah. And then I want to go sit on that spot where I was going to bandage up, and I want to start rubbing the oil into my blade.
Okay, you do so. Okay. I just want to see if I'm getting private messages or if those are other messages for other.
No, that's
Oh,
that
it's in
was our
chat. Okay,
chat.
for Christ. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you do so. Any other preparations? Alfred.
You're muted.
I have
Yep.
a couple things to do.
Yep.
You going
I'm
to
gonna
bed?
yeah, I'm gonna prepare myself to the casket to prepare to go to bed.
Okay.
But while I'm preparing myself and getting comfy, I'm going to wave to Theo and wave him over to me. Theo, a moment of your time.
Always, Mr. Wales. What can I do for you?
So, and like I'm just in my casket, just kind of sitting up, getting everything comfy. So, what is your plan for the battle to come?
Well, I plan on rendering as much assistance as I am able. I have found myself with some abilities that might be able to assist others, and I intend to use them to their fullest. I have grown
So
quite
you
close to
are-
these people throughout the many months and years that I've been here, and I would hate to see
May-
them snuffed out now.
May I ask you a rather personal question?
Of course.
I swear I will not share your answer with anyone here.
No, certainly.
It's clear that you're willing to fight for these people. Are you willing to die for them?
You see him wrestle with it for a moment. I don't think I would have been willing to die for them. Not until recently. And it's not so much for them, it's for their cause. I think they have a right to live here just as any other. I feel that they're entitled to the land that they were born on just as much as anyone else. I think to take it from them would be a shame and a crime.
Well, I would have to agree. It's worth noting that sometimes the plight that you describe belongs to that of a documentarian, and the only way to provide these people with the things they need is to live. And should that befall you, I encourage you to perhaps find your way here to this vessel of mine. You see, it's made quite special.
Mr. Wells, are you familiar with what the difference between a professor is and a writer?
I'm sure I am, but I would love to hear you describe it.
A professor, much like a writer, spends a lot of their time in the pursuit of knowledge. But a professor seeks to implement the things they learn, seeks to provide assistance and help others, whether it be to, sure, educate, absolutely, but any storyteller can do that. I find my job here to use the power and the knowledge that I have available to me to make a difference here and now.
Theo, I find your dedication admirable. And one day, I wish for myself to find a plight that I'm so willing to drop this pen and become a professor for. Don't feel as though I'm being precious when it comes to this offer. I'm just leaving it on the table. It's what I came here to do. I promised a friend I would. If at some point you do believe that you'd be better off above ground than below it, make your way to this vessel, and we will do what we can to get you out. But at the end of the day, you'll be in one of these either way. Good night, Theo. I'm going to nap.
You see him contemplate while you're closing the door. You see him contemplate what he said, and he just goes, Good night, Alfred. I hope this won't be one of your stories.
I smirk.
He walks away.
My heart.
I'm gonna take my long rest now. I'm really gonna try.
Like mid poison making, it hits Edward that he's just like, wait a minute. I don't know what the caster's plans are. Are they gonna make an illusion on the moat? Can they make an illusion on the moat?
That'd be crazy if they all cast minor illusion in tiles to make
Yeah.
a bridge. That'd be crazy.
On what mode?
There's a moat, right?
Not a moat.
There's a
Or
ditch.
There's
a ditch, yeah. Yeah, that they're gonna fill up with stuff.
They're gonna fill it with
Well,
fire.
it's already filled with gross bones and shit.
Oh, there's
and
not.
So
like,
it's if they put liquid in it, it'd be riddled with disease. So that'd be cool. Like a real moat. Because they used to throw their dead and shit to make it septic and disgusting.
Yeah.
They did. This
You
is
get the
true.
idea
Yeah,
that's
sure.
like more
Yeah.
of a burn pit, where like it's the way it's dug out is to
Yeah.
prevent anyone else from catching fire, or the
yeah,
camp.
but like we could lure them into it so they
wooden
fall
camp.
in and then set it on fire.
I don't think they've considered that. If you want to present that to some of the casters as an option,
I totally will.
okay.
Make it look like stable ground, and then they fall in, and then you ignite it with them in it. Because I'm an evil, demented person that wants to watch them burn.
be
I will
back
have someone
in a
make
minute.
a quick Arcana check for me, just to see how
I got this.
effective they are at that task.
I can try that.
Oh
for
no,
you,
no,
but
it,
I'm
like
not sure.
you're just rolling a d20. They're adding their Arcana.
Oh, then I will not do that because my rolls have been severe hit or miss.
Mine too. I had the one crit, and that's it. That's all I had for a good roll.
Derek was so ready. He's
Random
so,
D20 coming in.
Do
yes,
it.
sir.
13.
13's
My
not
lucky
bad.
number.
You get the idea. So you see the ones that were previously inscribing runes into
Mhm.
traps that they were going to throw along the way here. Start
Mhm.
consolidating. They're like, oh, we could definitely pull an illusion together. What should it be?
Like, that ditch isn't there. Like, it's
Like a solid ground?
normal ground. Yeah.
That is something they can do.
If they
Nice.
think that'd be worth the use of their time and magic.
They don't think it's a
It
bad
is.
one. They're like, disguising the pit might be helpful. I mean, at the
Or
very
is it
least, it's going to
something-
change up how things kind of go in the first few minutes.
Mhm.
Well, then Karsa can stand proudly at the top of it, and when the time comes, he can shout, "Let's open up this pit," and then light everyone on fire with pyrotechnics.
Okay.
Karsa does have a plan though for hours like 2 to 4 when you're ready.
All right. Is there anything else everyone else does before the long rest for each of you?
Yes. So Karsa's not taking the long rest, right? So
Okay.
I'm the only one taking the long rest, to the best of my knowledge.
yeah.
Got
So
it.
I just want to do the initial stuff happened. I want to rub that oil to my blade, which in my estimate 10 to 30 minutes, whatever you want to give that.
Yep.
And then I would ask for partway through, I'd ask any pork fat, beef fat, tallows that you have. Do you have barrels of them? Like, do they have a 50-gallon drum of like fats or?
You get the idea that one could be procured. There's probably one around camp.
I would say melt a large quantity of fat. Gonna smear it among the choke points. Light on fire to light our way this night.
If you want to designate some choke points, they will do that.
Yeah, so I see basically there's a few places.
Okay. So you're looking.
Kind of like that seems to be a pathway they're gonna come through around here.
So you
There's
are you
Seems to be,
suggesting
like,
they should
there.
make these areas extra flammable, including because they're going to do the.
I guess it really were they already gonna do that to fill the pit?
They're going to fill the pit with fire.
But they were using the grease for that already.
No, they're using another substance. So if you
So
want to additionally,
Just knowing it's
Alright.
gonna be dark and knowing that like
some
dark
creatures
vision
do better,
might
and
be a
yeah,
problem. Yeah. And that goblins don't have a problem with the dark in my experience. I want to make sure that like this area out here and this area for sure here and like out there and out there, that there's a few spots of grease that when we do shoot fire out there
Can
we have
illuminate the
enough
entire
fires.
battlefield.
Yeah, like one,
That's
it's
smart.
it's battlefield control. Two, it's illumination.
absolutely.
And Karsa's planning for as a flare up of light, and their eyes are prepared for dark. Ours are not. To try and give them a momentary flash of light.
You're gonna blind their nods? Don't do that.
This is everything because Karsa was war leader for two decades.
Absolutely.
He's pulling all of it, everything he learned about how to win a fight, how to fuck with people, even when
for
you're
sure
dramatically outnumbered.
they will absolutely do that. So you have passively given everyone in this group dark vision, just so you're aware.
And essentially, I wanted to give like the grease spell, like laid out, just
100%.
go actual physical grease
Yes.
in like 6-7 spots out there.
That is done.
Awesome. And so he'll spend hours doing that.
Yep. Anything else from everyone?
Muted.
What did I miss? I'm sorry.
Kars put some
Just
grease
more
down.
pots.
Alfred, I think you were there for that conversation.
Yep. So I think it's game time.
And then
I'm gonna try
Alfred
to sleep.
convinced them to make an illusion around the pit itself.
Edward.
Edward.
Oh,
you
Edward,
did it.
sorry.
Edward.
Convince them to make an illusion around the pit itself. That way they don't
Hey,
know
I
there's a
can-
pit.
I can cast light a bunch of different times in the forest as well.
So far,
what
Karsa's
Karsa's just
more or
done, I
less
don't think you're
accomplished
gonna
that
need to
with
do that.
flaming pits of grease,
Yep.
Okay.
which will provide the dual function of fire and also illumination.
Hang on.
If we do need it, I can like touch rocks though and like throw them out. I don't know.
Go there and touch rocks.
So that's like 50 feet. So I could theoretically have Necrodeath hiding somewhere over here to let us know
When something's coming.
how close they are. Yeah.
That's a possibility.
And then I can apparently, as an action, desummon him and resummon him
Yes.
after casting the spell. So that's cool.
Yes. That is something you were able to do.
Cool. Yeah, sure, I'll do that then. And he has the special dark vision, like me.
It's advanced dark vision.
He sees you the magic darkness.
Karsa will give a shout of orders to the camp in general.
Okay.
Maintain the wall until they've made it to the top. If they do that, you repel them with weapons. If they gain purchase, everyone leaves the wall, form a defensive cluster in the middle. Is that understood?
You also hear
I'll take
cheers
that as
of
a yes.
I, and then also like some of the Tabaxi cheering as well.
I want to make sure that they all have their orders. That's probably it for me.
Okay, they are going to mount the wall then in preparation.
Is that a cattail? What is it?
Yeah. It's
Wow, I
Oh,
just realized
both
that-
of you have cattails. What the shit?
this is Onyx.
I don't
It's a
believe it.
shadow.
That's all I saw was a void. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just big and black.
that's Bella.
Pick her up, Jake. Wave her in front of your camera.
I
No,
actually
wait.
could.
I
That's
did
the
it with my
thing.
dog a minute ago.
Mine's
Is that
asleep.
the
I
cat
can
that
do that.
threw up?
What? No, this is not the cat that threw up.
Okay, good. Just eyes. That's creepy.
Okay.
That's literally just eyes.
Theo's gonna
No,
go over
It's like
here,
it's like a black screen and there's eyes in it.
and you're gonna go in this guard tower.
It looks like there's another cat behind you, but it's not. It's just something reflective.
Yeah, Sid's like off to the side, but you can't see
Oh
her.
no, there's like 3 white dots
Huh?
behind you,
I
like
know.
UFOs
That's
lined
All
up.
right,
From
everyone
my
has mounted the walls. Any last calls? Any last things?
I'm gonna try to stay sleeping for the full rest as best as I can without incurring harm.
Okay.
This is my surprised face. Middle of battle.
All right.
It's not surprise Pikachu.
So
Is this 2 battles out of 3 for you that you've been sleeping in a coffin for?
I'll have you know that the
Whoa.
last time I came out of a coffin, I killed a symbiote basically by myself.
all right. So Evening
so
falls.
maybe don't
After he was
underestimate
shut in that
Alfred because
coffin.
he can do it all.
Once he has his spells back.
Yeah, once he has his nappies in, he's fucking unstoppable.
For like 10
Oh.
minutes.
Whoa, look at that light change. That's crazy.
God dang, that's cool. That's cool.
Very nice, very nice.
That was really cool.
I'm going to preemptively put down the fire.
I'm gonna grung.
Let me do that real quick.
Fire. Literally just grease fires out there. I love that.
Look at all that fire.
That's so cool. That you just drop. That's awesome.
Lay the fuck down.
And so if one of them's on fire when he runs into the pit,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that too.
He'll fall on his face and go prone.
No, he'll ignite the pit. Yeah.
He'll open up that pit.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Karsa up in his area.
Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling on these stairs. Like, I don't know where I'm needed.
Fire off some fucking Eldritch Blast.
I mean, that's what I plan to do too. Yeah.
So anyway, there I go shooting again.
And I start blasting.
Started blasting.
Yeah, for now, Karsa's actually sword's gonna be on his back. He's gonna have his longbow out to start.
Hold on. What's the range on command? Maybe I could have one of them walk into the pit without them
I
knowing.
don't like
in the
those
pit.
noises.
60 feet. All right. I like those noises. They sound sexy.
I'm sure Steve doesn't have anything weird or curveball-y planned here.
Yeah,
I
never.
wouldn't.
That doesn't sound like him.
Oh, they're flyers. Like,
Okay. So
Hilarious.
Steve, would I be able to climb these walls with my slippers? Or are they like the outside of the walls?
yeah, for sure. With no issue.
Oh, cool. Could I get like a little bit further into the forest to be kind of a... Oh, wait, no. Necrodeath's already doing that, isn't he?
yeah. Yep. I wanted him to be
Yeah, if you could fly him out.
out towards
Okay,
here
let me
somewhere.
put
I
down-
don't have his.
Yep, I got him in.
Yeah. There we go.
I mean, I suppose I could fire the first shot and then fucking
Alright.
run.
I'm also going to light him up for you so you can see.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you.
Oh, Necrodeath. I thought that
It's
was an enemy.
flying.
My bad.
Yeah, let me just make sure I am within range to be able to speak to him.
All right, is that the extent of your range or is that...
Oh no, you can go 100
Oh,
feet
fucking,
out.
all right, yeah, he's
from me.
fine. You can do the ruler too. You don't have to...
That's what I just did.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Simuel fucking just choking around over there for some reason.
Yeah.
I was going to try to get like the first blast in.
Okay.
All right.
It'd be like partially covered by the tree. Not just standing in the open on a rock.
I mean, well, I do want my necro death to be invisible as well, but you know, because it'd be weird if he just kind of got domed.
Fucking sniped out of air. Just...
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
I'm
got
gonna
summon.
make him.
I can't, there's no way I can die right now.
Yeah. For now, he is invisible for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. No, we'll just assume yes,
Okay.
he is invisible.
Now, Simuel,
Yes.
you, I will say, first, Alfred, you did get your long rest.
Hell yeah, brother.
Nice.
Simuel, you hear a low growl before anything.
They're here.
I make signs back to the camp, like they're coming, more or less.
Gross. No, sorry. That's
Are you right next to Necrodeath? You know, did
Oh.
you see him go there and then go invisible?
Karsa's gonna stand really as soon as
Sure.
he sees that. I think most
There
of the
you
camp
go.
will see
You
Karsa
could
stand
just
really
tell
tall
Necrodeath.
and hold up his longbow,
Okay.
and then just take it my first arrow and knock it.
Simuel, you hear.
We should rejoin the others. We should not be alone.
Okay. Can you tell me the exact direction that they're going towards and let him have control of my hand so he can point?
They are straight in front of us.
Okay,
There
I
are
point
two
straight
of
ahead
them.
and then run back, trying to conceal myself.
Okay, make a stealth
Like-
check.
Hey,
Okay.
Teller, can you move my coffin to like up here?
Yes. Give me just a moment.
Oh, okay.
Where do you want it in the camp, JR?
How do I make a mark so you can see it?
Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we can see the circle.
What was the stealth check there, Simeon?
A whopping 3.
Oh, sweet. Okay. All right. So you run back noisily to camp.
Yep, just make it back up on the wall.
So Necrodeath sees two, what appear to be one Yuan-Ti approaching first.
Whoa.
Huh?
All right. Gonna definitely relay that. Yep.
You see in the corner, one of them, this ferocious snake-like wizard with green flames bellowing out of a staff and out of a skull on his palm. The other one has these vicious barreled weapons you've not seen before. They're similar in make to the crossbows that you had encountered flying in here. But this one does not seem like a fully transformed Yuan-Ti. This one seems more like the snake people you've encountered previously.
So they're not the aether guns that we've encountered before.
Correct.
Oh.
Exciting.
Can I release an arrow into the?
I was like, they're armed and they have magic, seemingly.
As soon as the one with the staff is visible, can I release an arrow?
Absolutely. Make an attack roll.
Oh, dude, I'll shoot at it too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Carso's ready for the first thing he saw.
Okay.
Which is not great. A 9.
You see the arrow swing straight towards this creature. It doesn't move, and it just snaps into the rock behind it.
And I shout, "Fire!"
Okay. I will have you roll for initiative.
Can
Alright.
I do a reaction to that to relocate or no?
You can make a quick action before combat starts. Yeah, you can move if you'd like.
Okay,
Ooh.
so my eyes open in the casket, and I grip my cloak, and I burst from the lid of the casket, spiral into the sky, and land up on this battlement tower up here.
What?
I have a cloak, remember? Strahd's cloak.
Yep. He does indeed.
I can fly.
So cool.
He knows how to
fucking
make an
drama
entrance.
queen.
He knows how to make an entrance.
Hook of the bat.
Now I will roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, it makes sense. Carsa opened it and got a natural 1 for a 3.
I got 6.
I'm reloading though.
12.
I'm not used to this fucking damn longbow.
That's what it is.
I'm proficient, but it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The being
You're
able
rolling
to bite,
initiative, right?
Yes.
I'm
Hasn't
Arrow's
been that
rolling
long.
initiative.
It hasn't been
Yeah,
that long. You
17.
used it on the ship.
well, I'm buying street meat instead of shooting deer. So, you know.
Wow.
Getting rusty.
I don't know, man. You were shooting that target on the ship quite a bit with it, so I don't know.
You know, do you want to taste the end of this fucking poison?
I mean, it's only been like 2 days we've been here, so
I like you, but I don't know you that well yet. I've killed people I like more.
Fuck shit, get hit.
All right.
That's Carsa's tattoo.
Listen, we already have one person here. He has a D&D tattoo. We don't need more than that.
yeah.
All right. So for initiatives, could everyone read out what they have?
3.
Oh, sorry. What was that? Car says a what?
3.
Carson goes tomorrow.
With With
If you think about it, it was a 23. He went first.
Okay, next highest.
with a crit miss, Derek.
17.
Oh, that's a crit miss for Carso.
Oh yeah, it was a 1. For a total.
Okay, so next highest is
I have 6.
Okay,
So
over
I don't. Yeah.
I have a 12 after that.
all right.
And 17 for me.
Okay. Someone want to roll for the camp?
Do we want Derek to do it again?
Yeah, I vote Alex.
Okay.
Alex? Sure, yeah. Go for it, Alex. Let's do
All
it.
right. Let's do it. 19, baby.
Oh,
wow,
the camp's gonna crush.
The camp fired when you said fire. That's yeah.
So, one thing
Yeah.
is that can we make a quick investigation to see if that thing is real?
Of what thing?
The snake person?
You would on your turn.
Okay.
I mean, Carson saw it and immediately fired. Just fucking fell for it. Even if it was a fucking illusion, he would have shot it.
That's what I'm
do I have to
saying. Like, it
roll
hit the rock
for-
behind. So
Oh.
it might be like a minor illusion.
I share initiative with my familiar, right?
Yes, if you want to.
Yeah, might as well.
It's easiest that way.
It is. It's so much easier to track that way.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So you see the camp immediately starts readying itself. Before they do anything, though, you hear called out. Well, you see that, Fritz? One of them just took off running. The rest of the camp got ready for a fight. What'd they say there? What was that word they mentioned? What was it, fire? I reckon that's probably what we should start with. And then you see the snake person that was identified as Fritz. Go. Very well. You see him whisper a small incantation under his breath. And then...
Oh, fuck. Also, did these palisades we're behind offer partial cover?
they did.
Okay. Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, it's not gonna matter. In the
Oh,
end.
no.
You see appearing in the center of camp this gigantic pillar of green flame beginning erupting from the center. You see I need there's only one person here and it's the cauldron guy. He's gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw real quick. Does someone want to roll that for me? Just roll the d20. I'll add his dex.
I got it. For a 12.
12 is not successful.
Ooh,
Uh,
man's ain't got no decks.
and then I need someone to roll 6d6 damage for me real quick.
Oh my god.
That guy died.
Probably dead. Who's doing the damage?
I guess I can do that real fast too. 1, 2,
I
3,
just-
4, 5, 6.
I just don't want 3 of us rolling at the same time. That's all.
21.
Like,
21.
21 points of damage. You
Mhm.
see this flame as it apparates in front of him. You see the immediate tents begin lighting up with flame as well. I need to add that.
Oh no. They came prepared. Oh, that looks magical too.
You see those tents immediately become immolated in flame. You see this tiny little Lurong who was kind of like finishing up the last dips of each weapon immediately catch this burst of flame to the face and then gets thrown back into the tent. They are currently unconscious.
well,
The second one goes, Well, I reckon that's about enough as a greeting as we can give him. You see him give a quick whistle, and you begin to hear movement in the woods. And that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
All right.
You son of a bitch.
Why do our games keep ending with big monster reveals and then I'll see you next time? Fuck.
Good luck, see you in 2 months, fuckers. Plan for this one.
No, we're back to regular games now. It worked.
Absolutely.
This worked.
JR, I need you to talk down the fire monster this time.
I'm gonna try to talk down the fire monster.
Because you're above it right now. You're looking down on it. You're just like, hey.
Hey, buddy, you don't want to do this. You're going to let some fuck tell you what to do?
Listen, you keep going like that, your fire's going to go out.
You're burning at both ends, pal.
You're better than this. You could be so much better than this.
You need to find some different fuel to just keep you alight.
You're hot now, but I think you should give it some time, smolder on this.
Anyway, so I'm gonna stop the recording there. When do we want